Mentioned to you the number of unpermitted Airbnbs that are being hosted in Shenandoah Farms. Did you look into that at all?
Yes, we know that there are some that are not approved. We have no complaints, and we've had no complaints.
That's one of the complaints, right there.
What do you mean that's one of the complaints?
Paul, how many Airbnbs are up by us? There's 14, of which 2 have permits, and they were only permitted after complaints.
How do I know which buildings those are?
Well,
how do I know?
You can ask your zoning guy to look at it, like I told you.
You didn't give me addresses of any of those.
Yeah, because you asked me for it, and I told you I'm not paid to do that. But I did tell you it was an issue you needed to look into.
I am not the person to go and look for those people either.
I thought you were the representative for our district.
Planning department is the ones that take the complaints and they actually go out and visit, and if it's a non-permitted, if it's not a non-permitted property.
Our roads.
If they're a non-permitted property that's acting as an Airbnb, they will address it. And they have for me in other.
So I mentioned them to you and you just dropped it at that?
I dropped it because I had no addresses and I had no information as to where they were or who they were about.
Because you never actually looked into it.
How do you know that? You don't know that.
I know that.
No, you don't.
I know that.
Okay, fine.
Can we forward that information to the planning committee?
If you can give that information, if you want to give that information to me, I will take it to the planning committee. Be happy to. And I can say, these houses are acting as Airbnbs, and would you please check into it? And they will.
Without somebody actually regurgitating the information and handing it to you on a silver platter, you're not willing to actually do the legwork to fix the problem. Somebody else has got to do the legwork for you. That's what I'm hearing.
Somebody has got to complain. Who's complaining?
Have you been coming to all these meetings?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Did you read the 2012 report?
2012?
Yeah.
No,
Have you actually? I would encourage you to read it in full. Something you'll find interesting in that report is that CMP...
Sarah, I'm not going to read those reports from 2012.
No. The drainage study, Walt, you should read that because it's important. Number one, because we're using it for the current conditions as a baseline. So let me tell you, the CMP...
I won't understand it anyway.
The CMP, the corrugated metal pipe that we use as a standard, that we've been told over and over and over again is a standard for install. So it's actually not mentioned at all in that drainage study to be used as a standard whatsoever. It only references the concrete pipe and it only references plastic pipe, which we've been told time and time again is actually worse because we're somehow gonna dig 8 inches down and tear it. Okay. Corrugated metal pipe is about $200 more per foot than plastic pipe. Plastic pipe is the standard. It's got a lifetime warranty. Can you give me an explanation as to why we're spending an average $1,200 to $1,800 more per section of pipe? I'm just curious. Is there a valid reason?
I do not have one for you. I work with the county. Public Works is the one that does the replacement. They're the ones that are giving me the advice as to what they're buying.
So, Mike and Michael, when you install a 30-foot culvert, crossroad culvert, what are the lengths of the sections of pipe that you get?
That's a very difficult question to answer.
Well, no, it's not, because they come in standard length. So a standard length is 20 foot. That's the only length that comes in. What happens to the cutoff?
You can get tens.
Really?
Yeah.
You can? Your supplier is what? Lando?
No.
You sure?
Lane metals.
That's. So, yeah, they can only get 20-foot sections. So what happens to the cutoff ends?
No, when I order
Do
pipe.
we stockpile those?
No, when I order pipe, I order it specific. And if I need, per se, 40 foot, I'll get 2 20s. If I need 30, I'll get a 20 and a 10 and a band.
So you special order them?
No. They'll cut them.
So, okay, so they cut them and they return
I get a price per foot.
Okay, so they retain it. Do you have a recent cost estimate from them that
Yes.
shows the difference of the plastic versus
I
corrugated
don't
metal?
price plastic pipe. I buy corrugated metal pipe.
Okay, why?
Because the whole sanitary district is corrugated metal pipe. And when I took over, that was the pipe that was used, and it was suggested that we continue to use that pipe due
By
to the
who?
fact,
Who suggested it?
I suggested it. We're gonna continue to use corrugated metal pipe. Number one, it's much, much easier to install.
It's not.
And the shallow pipe,
It's
once
not.
again, where are we going with this? I mean, this has nothing to do with
You know,
your role as an advisory.
Well, it is, because
No, it's not.
here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing zero transparency on the financial accounting, okay? I'm seeing zero transparency and no urgency, frankly, on any of the management reporting, the problem resolution. I've asked several questions with the sole purpose of providing the input. That's the reason y'all appointed me to this. I am trying to resolve your fucking problems.